what's up everyone? Good morning. We are out here at the train station in Beacon, and we were gonna go run at a different trail, but I forgot I still have the loaner car, so I don't have the sticker on my window that I can go to Chadwick Lake, which is where I wanted to run today. So we're just gonna go here to this little trail at the waterfront. We've been here many times before. We'll have to make do, and it's just a 4-mile run today, easy pace. So let's get into it, and you know, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'll jump right into the change of schedule for my fall marathons. Had to make some decisions for my family and just to, you know, be with them and do what's right for all of us. So I'll get into it very soon. Let's go. All right, so let's jump right into it about the fall marathons while I do these easy miles this morning. Basically, last year I was signed up for the Berlin Marathon, and my best friend's wedding was scheduled for the exact same day as the Berlin Marathon. So we postponed it to this year, 2023, and I'm all set to go. I had my hotel booked and everything, and now I have 4 invites to weddings so far in September or October, right around the Berlin Marathon. Basically, the biggest issue is going to be one of my good friends' weddings is actually in Mexico, so we're going to have to fly there. We're going to have to figure out something to do with the dogs. Megan's going to come, of course, and there's just a lot of other stuff going on in the year. We've got vacations planned for the summer. My dad has a big birthday this year. We might try and do some traveling for that. So it's a lot of vacation time. It's also finding places for the dogs to stay, families or friends that can do us a favor. And I don't want to do Berlin without Megan, who's my wife. That's the main thing, is if we're gonna fly 8 hours to Berlin, it was gonna be an extended trip. I was gonna run the marathon, Megan was gonna watch, and we were gonna spend about a week there, you know, after I ran, to just enjoy the city and explore and recover and enjoy Germany and Berlin. So that's probably off the table with everything else going on, with all the other traveling this year and all the other stuff, particularly in the fall. So I did cancel my hotel for Berlin. I haven't done anything with the race entry itself yet, but there's a very high likelihood that I skip Berlin this year, possibly postpone to 2024, and just keep pushing it back till we have some actual time to travel to Berlin and run the marathon there. I do still have the New York City Marathon. I actually just rented an apartment specifically for the week of the New York City Marathon, so that way I'll be right there for the bus to get over to the starting line. It's dog friendly. I can bring the dogs, I can bring Megan. So we're gonna make a whole family trip, even though we're right here in New York, out of the New York City Marathon, go right back into the neighborhood we used to live in New York City, and that's pretty much our plan for now. So a lot of travel, a lot of busyness going on, and that's just probably going to end up costing the trip to the Berlin Marathon this year, unfortunately. But also, I've come off quite a few injuries, I feel like, in the recent months, so maybe doubling a marathon just isn't in the cards anyway this year. Hopefully no one's too disappointed, but I always want to be transparent and give you that information as soon as possible, so no one's sticking around waiting for a Berlin Marathon video. That's just not going to come this year, most likely. Lots of other stuff going on. Hopefully you're not just following me for the Berlin Marathon that's been almost a year away, but if you are, I'm sorry. I got to do what's right for me and my family. But let's keep going, enjoy this 4-mile run. And it's a chilly one, it's cold, but we're gonna have fun in this little trail anyway, even though it's a change of plans. weather is, it's been like a roller coaster this week. It was like almost in the 60s. Now it's about 30, which isn't like terribly cold, especially for me. I like the winter, but it's just the difference between 60 and 30 that, like, when you step out the door, it's a little rough. So just gotta pick one temperature and sort of stick with it and not be bouncing around. Like in the middle of the day, it could be 50 or 30 this whole past week and a half or so. But yeah, I'm gonna grab some breakfast and get some bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches from right here in Beacon, called the Beacon Bread Company. It's really good. If you haven't ever tried it or haven't ever been up here and you can get here, you should try the Beacon Bread Company. So let's go get some breakfast and bring it back home to Megan, and then we'll go over the run. I can't wait for this sandwich. I literally had to take a bite before I jumped in the shower. The best part is probably the bread, which makes sense. It's called the Beacon Bread Company. It's just so good. It makes the sandwich that much better. But Megan's just taking the dogs out. I'll wait for her to eat this, but in general, I just wanted to talk quickly about my legs. They've been feeling a little bit sluggish and sore, and that's part of, I think, why I didn't want to necessarily do more in the gym. Right? And then I had the injury and I really realized, okay, I need to continue doing my strength training. But now, you know, I wake up and my legs are tight or tired from the lifting and I don't get the best run that I want. But I think that's just part of it. I'm just gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna stick with the plan. I'll have to be sure that I don't do too much lifting right before like a long run or a long run with a big workout or a track session. But I'll figure out all that planning and what works best for me and how my body responds. And I think the more that I do lift, the better my body will get at the actual recovery from the lifting. Like the first time I went out for a run however many years ago, or the first time you go for a run after like a break, you know, your body's pretty sore because it's not used to doing that activity. But once you get into a routine, you're not as sore anymore and your body knows how to recover, you know how to recover, and that's what I'm gonna just have to learn to do at the gym. The scones that I bought, I'm gonna bring to my dad's. We're gonna hang out with my dad, my stepmom, my little brother, you know, hang out, have dinner with them at their apartment. Bring those over, that'll be later today. For now, I gotta eat this sandwich because it's calling my name. We made it. Do you think there's gonna be rice?
Oh, maybe.
Favorite rice.
Probably.
Leanna, my stepmom, makes the best rice. Leanna, if you didn't make it, it's okay. But, you know we love it.
Oh, funny because I really do.
Wrapping up, we're back home for the evening. The Discord is blowing up with some good luck energy for Marshall in the chat. So Marshall, good luck. This is going live while you're running the Houston Marathon, your first marathon. Go get it, buddy. You got it.